Hi, welcome or welcome back. This is going to be a zodiac specific reading and a collective reading all in one. Let's do the weekend messages coming in immediately. We're getting 7 of Wands popping out with the Temperance card. 7 of Wands may be some conflict of interest. This card over here, the foxes look to be hiding a little nest of the babies being defensive. So somebody may feel like they're coming for your people or your place, some type of defensiveness and protection and guardianship with that badger, something that tends to be somebody who does not relent after trying to do something. And with this Temperance card, it's all about balancing, harmonizing a situation, alchemizing something, and not getting devoured by it. Let's see what other collective energies are moving through at this time. Also, I'm remembering that at the time of this recording, Uranus and the Sun are at the very end of Taurus. Now, Taurus is, or Uranus isn't going to be fully done with the sign of Taurus until 2026, but at the end of 2025, it will be going forward into the sign of Gemini before retracing some of that ground back into Taurian territory at the end of the year. So that is forthcoming, but at this time, what that means is Uranus is really shaking loose anything from our attraction patterns, our image, and our abundance mindset, and also our pain body. I know that's a lot to take in, but all of these things are related to Taurian topics. And while I was saying that, 2 things came out. The Knight of Pentacles, suggesting that one of those things for the collective this weekend is riding the wave of something with this Knight of Pentacles that you've been putting together or building up over the course of time, very slowly, something starting to emerge. And I kept getting the 7 of Pentacles in the pre-shuffle. So it's something that you have been working on, something that you've been waiting to come to fruition for some time. Some of you literally could be working with plants and gardening. 3 of Cups was the other card that comes out. Could be there's some friendship, some gatherings, some energy of coming together to have some type of either a celebration or just a get together for enjoyment, leisure, something such as that. Ace of Pentacles under the deck. There's a lot of money coming in, money and material resources here as well. And so exactly then flipping, the Devil comes out. So even though there's some type of wanting to work on something, there's also this concerning situation of needing to guard our resources here from this devilish energy. It could be self-sabotage. It could be overindulgence with the 3 of Cups. Like, let's say you've got an important thing that you've got to do, but you kind of waste away your time, or you stay up late with friends when you have an important meeting and you sleep in. And so the whole day is on a different tone than it would have been had you gone in advance. And with this badger, it could be related to this situation. Like somebody may be really either hounding you or pressing a point, and you feel like you have some people that you need to look out for in this situation, or the long view in a situation. So we've got 5 of Swords, some type of conflict, coming out with Page of Wands, an inspired message to present. It looks like you may be making some type of a debut as well, trying to gain some type of, or share some type of idea out. You may be marketing something, I guess is what I'm trying to say, or gain some type of buy-in with this group. It could be many things, but there's a lot of discussion. Ooh, we have King of Wands. To me, this is the very sexy male card in this deck in particular, somebody who has a lot of virility and wants to be seen as somebody who's in charge. And so this doesn't necessarily mean all of you are attracted to this person, but it's somebody who is very adamant, very fiery, very passionate, and very outspoken, but they're turned away. And this card in particular always reminds me of somebody who is out there trying to mark their territory, and it's actually your bushes they're running around in trying to mark their territory. So there's definitely some type of defensiveness with your boundaries of your personal space. And we have Page of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles. So we I just did a reading, and maybe some of those energies are alive still in this reading. There was some type of thievery energy coming through. So guarding your personal resources, I don't know if it's literal physical theft here. I feel like it's somebody who's trying to either, like a happiness hater, or somebody who wants to rain on your parade, or call out everything that you didn't do right, or like, oh, that was beautifully done, but unfortunately nobody can understand it, or unfortunately this and that made it worthless. And it's like, why would somebody say it's good but ultimately it's worthless? You know, there's something like that. So, all right, Seven of Swords, deceptive. And it's because they're, yeah, happiness hater, jealous, just hater in general energy. Somebody who doesn't have a lot to show for their own enterprises, or that is threatened by your accomplishments or your ability to harmonize or to have fun and enjoy a situation with friends or colleagues. They're calling Spirit, I believe, is calling judgment on this situation here, lifting you up and your message, because I think that even if one person says one thing, there's going to be plenty of other opinions. And Ten of Swords also came out in the pre-message here too. Hanged man under the deck, a little bit of Piscean energy, looking for some enlightenment after this goes on. So I'll go ahead and leave that deck there. I want to get some cards for every one of these signs. Let's use the vice versa deck. So already 7 minutes. Okay, how is this happening for Aries? What's going on with Aries this weekend? Weekend energies for Aries. Split decision, facing off, being strong in the face of adversity, some type of devilish, either self-sabotaging energy or believing that you are the odd man out. It's time to manifest your destiny. You may find yourself doing some type of sun salutation or some type of ceremony or ritual practice in your own that clears your mind, clears your genetic predispositions, and helps you to find some enlightening truth. Yeah, you also have the Hanged Man on the back here, but there are two individuals reminding me of that Three of Cups energy. Two other individuals shown here watching Aries kind of hang around, waiting to make some type of a choice or decision or declaration, like, ooh, what's Aries gonna do? So you got this fallout. I do see the Emperor and this Eight of Wands on the lightning side of the card. So there's this spiritual Pegasus, this mystical messenger coming through with some type of insight or inspiration. Something's triggering you to see some type of light in the darkness, or see what somebody's messages or communication style means for you. Somebody's walking away from conflict or drama, standing firm in your own truth and decisive nature. You're not going to be moved from your truth or pushed around any longer. You've transformed through something. It's like before, you may have had something that you could have identified with as like father issues, or wounds in your masculine energy, as far as like how to assert or how to really be a strong, decisive leader, but no longer. again, with that sun energy, it's either sunrise or sunset that is important to you. I'm feeling sunrise is like a time where you're getting up and there's these mystical downloads available for you, getting back in your emotions and defending yourself against unrealistic expectations. Don't stay in your head this weekend, Aries. And Taurus, let's see Taurus energy in the cards. As usual, we usually have to split these into 2 rounds. Taurus may be having some new foundational, like a date or something. It looks like somebody wants to come in and make some type of declaration. I'm getting that lightning bolt for you coming through as unexpected. I'm getting justice under the deck and 9 of Cups over here. You may be meeting somebody who could be a romantic partner if that's what you're looking for, or something else that's very interesting. Ooh, Judgment card here with the Tower, and there's that Hanged one. So Hanged Man is possibly related to you as far as you've been waiting for somebody to make some type of a decision, but it looks like momentum has crashed. Their mask has cracked, and there's some type of a renewal that's going to be necessary before you can move forward. I am seeing the Thief card. So it looks like through adversity, there's actually opportunity to see your value, to gain some type of profit, or even romantic interlude as I turn it to the 2 of Cups. Way to go, Taurus. All right, Gemini. What's our Gemini energy doing? I'm getting the urge to switch decks. We'll see how this one fares. I'm seeing the 9 of Wands and the back of the, was it the Queen of Wands or the Empress? I think it's Queen of Wands. We've got the Star card energy for you. So you are conjuring some type of a romance at a distance, or communicating with some type of a spiritual energy here. Could be somebody like this King of Wands energy that we talked about here. Maybe something you need to discuss with them. Okay, yeah. So it may start out quite messy. Yeah, they're trying to get your attention when you're not around. They're feeling some type of heartbreak or loss surrounding this situation, but they're sitting on their throne, and we're seeing this Death card in reverse. A lot of stubbornness and refusal to change for this possible fire sign in Gemini's experience. And then we've got the back of Temperance, the 9 of Wands. Somebody wants to come back around and move through this portal with this Lover's energy with you. I kind of sense that they'd rather just get to the physical aspects of things and just put something on the back burner, shelf something for later, put a pin in it. They don't want to deal with something. They don't want to change. They don't want to admit it, but they want to get back into what feels good to them. So take that as you will. Cancer, what's your situation looking like? Cancer, oof. Devil pops right out with the shame and guilt. So somebody is loud and putting themselves up, elevating themselves, and they're making other people feel exposed, vulnerable, ashamed. It's like the old priest that used to stand up and be like, oh, well, da-da-da-da-da, talking about how nobody ever came to the church, and that the church didn't have money because nobody was at church, but nobody wants to go to their church because all they talk about is what's wrong. That's what it's giving here. It's like somebody who approaches topics from like obligation, like, well, we've only got 5 people here, so you've got to do the work of 10 people. Unrealistic expectations. And this is the Star card again for you. It looks like you are really burning the candle at both ends, trying to do your part and bring something in, but also this is just a little bit unsustainable for you. I suddenly got confused. We're on Cancer. Cancer. What's Cancer doing? Ooh, you're trying to gain your strength. being confronted by somebody who's in that devil energy again. What is with this devil energy this weekend? I would say that it's possibly all of us gaining a sense of self and boundaries with our own transgressions being shown up or our own indulgences, and having the strength and wherewithal to make the choice that's right for us. But again, with Cancer in particular, Cancer, it may be important for you to come to somebody's defense, because I see her protecting this lion from the devil energy here that is arising. There's also a Two of Cups energy here, and the backside of the King of Cups. So this is an emotional battle that you faced before. You have a lot of insight and emotional intelligence that can aid the situation. Yeah, and you see where something's going with the Priestess card here. It's like, I think that you have this sense of it while you wake up in the morning, and you're like, I think that for you, if I may, part of this is something you've been waiting for. It's like you tried to address something and it wasn't time, but then somebody else begins to address something and this devil rears its ugly head, and you're like, oh, hell no, not with my friend, not with my situation. So final messages. Yeah, there's an Empress here. I feel like that's who you're coming to the defense of. I don't know if it's somebody who you're romantically involved in with, or what. Could be anybody, could be somebody who's youthful, because I always see this Empress card as like a child instead of a romantic partner, very childlike, very innocent and pure. But there's this sword of truth that Cancer's bringing in with your cardinal energy, your the truth of emotional impact. You're proving a point and standing with somebody. You're holding space with somebody that's being bullied, or you're being bullied. So good for you, Cancer. All right, Leo, we keep seeing these lions around with the Strength card. How is Leo coming in this weekend? What is on the table for our Leo friends? Okay, seeing a few cards wanting to come out but not quite making it. Inverted front side of the World card tells me there's some resistance to change for you, but I'm also seeing this Ten of Cups. So even though there's some resistance to change yourself or another, there's this element of forgiveness, friendship, and, even though there may be some resistance, there's still like, who would you rather be around? Somebody who you can work through these conflicts and come out stronger for that, or not. So I don't know if that quite makes sense, but it's like you're arguing potentially with somebody who is part of your family or friend group that's important to you, and you're going kind of round and round about something. I wonder if you're involved with the situation with these others. But there's somebody here that's all armored up, potentially coming barreling in with something to say, and it feels like it's harming instead of healing here. And it's making somebody want to walk away from something. There's this sun moon thing going on here again in these dented cups here. It's like, please don't let your ego or your fear mind come and sabotage your friendships and family and the love that you want. We're getting arguments and conflict energy, and again the end of, or the backside of the Knight of Swords now. So it's almost like coming in hot, making impact, hurting somebody's feelings even perhaps, and then trying to exit stage left. What is that when somebody like rushes in and rushes out? It's coming out with the Tower and the Seven of Swords. It's telling me that somebody doesn't even care for some of you, but others just, they would rather guard their ego temple here there's some evil eye necessary as well, because there are people being ejected from this tower, and it may have to do with some type of clever, strategic, or even manipulative and deceptive maneuvering. So there's some type of like a potentially some type of coup or strategy that is coming forward in Leo energy. And but there is this dove of peace. So there, it's kind of giving me like an intervention. So I would say just do your best not to take things personally, and to do your best to just express how you feel, not what you think. It's not about what you think is happening or the ego issues. It's all about what it comes down to is, how are you feeling? How can we help us feel better? Because there's people turning their backs here. Either you're turning your back on the situation, or others are turning their back from this truth. It looks like backs turned to the truth for you, Leo. I will get an extra bunch of cards for everybody if we have extra time. Virgo, what's Virgo energy? I started to get a very different vibe for you. It says if you're working on something out of sight. What's going on for you? Ooh, Two of Cups comes flying out on its side, but it's in the dark here. So there might be some type of a meeting that you're not revealing up front to other people. There's a lot of alchemy and a lot of chemistry. You're having some feelings for somebody, and it looks like it's very reciprocal, but potentially the two of you are longer standing friends and may not have revealed this to each other yet, but it's like the first, like catching somebody looking at you in a certain manner, and then kind of being like, oh, you just looked at me like that, and I just looked at you like that. Seeing yourself in the mirror of other. And it's making you feel very sexy and empowered and warm. And Empress is the card here in the middle with 8 of Wands. You may be getting an unexpected, I was wanting to say transmission or message or phone call, text, putting you in a little bit of two minds about something. Like, do I stay? Do I go? Is it friend, or is it somebody that can develop into more? Is there something there, or is it just friendship? Yeah, coming out with your own card again here, Virgo. You're looking at the situation, and it looks like, there's not a lot of movement this weekend, perhaps, but there's new inspiration, a lot of self-reflection about what you want to hatch out of this situation. So whatever you're working on, looks like you're still incubating things, but you're doing a lot of work in private. And so if you are actually in the position to have a date or something, it looks like it's not something you're telling a lot of people about. You're not posting about it. You're just really savoring it and feeling into it. Libra, sun energy for you. Recognition, is that what's going on? Again, with that urge to switch decks, but I'm kind of liking the way that this comes out right now. Wow, we're running low on time. What do we have for Libra? Don't be so shy, Libra. What do you have going on this weekend? Oof, a hard-won battle, but somebody is left kind of licking their wounds, and that really sounded like womb energy. So somebody's creation has been critiqued or something, and somebody's standing here saying something or standing above you in some type of a way, or flip the roles if you need to. But there's an emerging truth regarding all of the messages that come through. The activation code is yours to apply, whether you allow those influences to be destructive or co-creative is really up to you. So you're really into your co-creation energy. Even if you're tired, it looks like you've been putting in a ton of effort to create something for yourself that's long and enduring and sustaining. Some type of community or group gathering, village mindset. It looks like you're a very strong and firm leader that has a lot of integrity and stands very firm on the things that matter to you. So you may, again, be somebody who's defending against somebody. High Priestess energy there. Anything further? Yeah, there's a lot of healing for you. And alchemy, you're waiting for something. You're hoping it's going to go well. I think that you want to approach this in a non-confrontational manner. But I feel that you're almost like this shaman energy with this light code infused staff of authority here, and you're beckoning to your people or the listeners around you to follow you into this musing or into this forest. What about Scorpio? Scorpio comes right out with this eagle and the laurel wreath of victory with the sword of truth on the backside. You also get this Eight of Wands. There's a lot of messages, a lot of communication happening this weekend. And you also have the, looks like it could be Isis or Maat above the Justice card here. So you may be really weighing things out about what it is that you're getting out of a situation, how to rise above something, how to set proper limits for yourself. That Three of Cups coming out for you. Might want to hang out with your friends, your sisters, your girlfriends here. Queen of Cups energy. There's a lot of soothing friendship energy and reconnection to an abundance mindset. So you may have been really going through an exhausting, draining circumstance and just looking to reconnect with that essence in yourself. Got some cards not wanting to go back in the deck. It looks like you have in the past had to take control of a situation or manifestation in order to reach your dream come true in a situation. You've had to make some sacrifices, but it's coming through. You've turned your back on situations that left you feeling limited, caged, or trapped, to stand in your truth. Again, with that Tower card, evil eye energy and projected energies. And there's these fallen soldiers here around you. Yeah, waiting for the time to celebrate and to reveal some type of a truth. So you're holding some type of a truth. Yeah, so maybe you have something to celebrate and you're excited to tell your friends about it or something. But I sense that there's some type of, there's a wounded nature. It feels like you're really done with something. You're done with needing to feel protective and you're shedding your armor. Soften this old armor. Lyrics from a song. Let's go ahead and move to Sagittarius, trying to get y'all in here. Sagittarius, what's going on for you? Five of Cups and Five of Pentacles, but the Ace of Wands here and the Strength card for you as well, revealing judgment, and the Six of Wands on this fiery side. You're coming out on top in something, but it's taking you revealing some type of passionate truth. So Sagittarius has some type of moral, ethical, philosophical truth that is like the true north that you're standing firm on here. And let's see what the context is. Something is, it's like you're trying to point out, like I'm getting that reference of the money thing in the church again, with the, like somebody might be in a situation of self-sabotage, or you may be identifying ways that you could be more profitable or effective or efficient with whatever process you're working through this weekend. And it could be this glow up energy too. yeah, turning the back here, we've got this, oh, I can't remember the name. Is it Anubis that's the crocodile? There's a lot of Egyptian lore in these, but like the scales are thrown down. The sword has a butterfly on it, but these vines growing on it. You're leaving the justice making to other people and really relaxing to restore your energies, because I think that you're also kind of have been out there running and running and running. Three of Cups. It looks like your celebration time here in the Three of Cups is more solo. You're turning in to yourself to possibly even communicate with the moon or with your own guidance in your reflections to gain some type of understanding about this devilish energy in your life, also guarding and protecting what's yours so that you can protect your dream. Capricorn. How's Capricorn faring this weekend? What does your weekend have in store? I'm seeing this King of Pentacles in your own energy. Looking down the road at what's coming in, it looks like you're in a very fruitful and abundant phase, and you're kind of just surveying the landscape, but it looks like you've also got somebody in your sights that you think could match your abundance and carry the same type of energetic workload that you do, whether it's like your spiritual healing work, your work with others, or your physical manifestations, or just your work ethic in general. So this could be a work or a romance reading, but I'm getting more romance. It seems like he's got a lot to offer here, and he's assessing somebody else, especially coming out with the backside of the Page of Cups. And again, that sea turtle energy. So somebody is bringing up some emotions from other times, some type of nostalgia. Saw the Tower there and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there could be a work opportunity or an opportunity to make money or make bank or some type of opportunity or invitation that happens that you need to jump on to get something. And yeah, there's the Ace of Pentacles again. It looks good. It looks like money in the bank, and other people may be talking about it, or you may be kind of shown as achieving something or receiving something publicly. And then we have the Wheel. It's your time. The ankh is raised above the head. That's pretty cool. So you've got something shining and something to show for it, and it looks like you may be trying to impress someone this weekend, Cap. So good for you. Any last messages? Try not to be too strategic. It could make you seem a little less real, a little too rigid or inflexible with somebody. And get out of the house a little bit. Don't obsess about it too much. There's somebody here trying to catch your eye. We're missing Aquarius and Pisces. So how about we do your readings first up for your full out 30-minute reading. Aquarius, what's going on? I'm seeing you're upset about something. You might actually be having words between a partnership, perhaps. Somebody either breaking your heart or doing something that makes you feel bad. There's some love closure going on